I was thinking about the education system, the prison system, and I noticed a commonality among all of the interdependent systems that make up the super system that is human society. And that's that they are not designed to implode or self-destruct. They're meant to remain established. But at the same time, they do not seek to significantly improve themselves, especially not as an overall system. But instead, they may seek to improve in menial ways, but only internally. Such as an example that it's now become, they say it's encouraged, but it's more that it's less taboo, for employees to suggest ways that they can improve the workplace in corporate office settings and whatnot, but they don't get any input on how the business actually works, you know? These systems are dependent on each other and work with each other, but they don't seek to improve indirectly or directly the systems that they prop up or that they're propped up by. They don't have ingrained mechanisms of improving themselves. The system isn't designed to outstrip its initial limiters. And compounding this is that society and technology continue to improve and our systems remain static. And therefore they stagnate, they deteriorate by comparison. In fact, with that in mind, while our systems aren't designed to implode, they do anyway. I mean, our society is not designed to eventually outstrip the need for money, even though it will. Oh, we have the means of having free energy? We can have free food? We can have free water? Oh, fuck that. That's gonna destroy the economy. And that's the issue. There is such incredible resistance to innovation of any kind. You know who hated automobiles most? Carriage makers. You know who hated the telephone most? Telegraph makers. Every time things improve significantly, you have to leave someone in the dust. When people suggest good ways of improving the culture, of, say, shifting money from defense spending in America and putting it towards education instead, what does that mean? What does that do to people who are in the military? That means they don't have jobs anymore. It means they have less medical coverage. It means they have less money for the equipment they need. These have real-world implications. These cause real practical problems. And I think part of the issue is that nobody is willing to make that sacrifice for the betterment of their children. And this is why creative thinking is so important. Imagination, as opposed to simply garnering knowledge or being intelligent. It reminds me of this image I saw of a guy trying to look over a wall to try and get to you to help you with something, and he's standing on a stack of ladders. There's one sitting right next to him that's propped up that he could climb up, but he doesn't know to use it that way. And that's the issue. We keep improving the things we make, but we don't seek to use them more effectively. The artists and thinkers of the past whom we see as geniuses today were often seen as deranged in their own time, precisely because they threatened the way things were then, because of those same growing pains that everybody resists. These are real issues, and we can find ways around them. We can find ways of minimizing suffering as a result of making things better for everybody. But this requires a shift in the culture, and I truly believe that starts at the individual level, because the culture is comprised of us. And we, in a democratic society, have such an amazing opportunity to force the systems to improve and to find ways to make it do so while causing as few people as possible to suffer for it. But again, that requires that people are serious about these topics and that they exercise the power they have of the vote. And I think it is incumbent upon each of us to do exactly that for the betterment of the next generation. Long days and pleasant nights.